Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joy, and I'm here to help you on your awakening journey. Today, I decided to do a pick a card. Actually, Spirit decided that I needed to do a pick a card because it's been a while, and I'm going to start doing more readings, and it looks like I'm being more motivated to do so. I'm excited to get back to work. And thank you guys all. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate every single one of you. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. Genders can be divine feminine and divine masculine are energies that we all have inside of us. It could also be external energies. So I just want you to take what resonates, okay? Also flip it to whatever works for you. And all of my messages are quantum. You're going to hear exactly what you need to hear at any given time, no matter when it's posted. All right, so pile 1 is going to be the ruby Fuchsite crystal and the number 33 numerology card. Pile 2 is the Aquamarine crystal, the number 38 seeds planted card. And pile 3 is going to be the rose quartz crystal and the number 12 card, infinite path. So go ahead and choose, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile 1. So this is going to be the reading for those of you who chose the ruby Fuchsite crystal and the number 33 numerology card. The number 33 numerology card says finances increase, sacred geometrics, spiritual science. All right. So today I'm going to ask Spirit, we're actually just going to get open messages from your higher self. So anything that needs to come through from your higher self, from your spirit guides, from source, this is going to be higher messages is what's coming through from Spirit, higher messages. So if I would assume messages from your higher self. So let's get started. Spirit, tell me what needs to come through for pile 1. Oh my goodness, it's a lot. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and take all of the cards. It's quite a bit, so hang on 1 second. We have the 2 of Swords. Sorry, that's my clock. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Swords. So let me just see what comes through here. I feel like let me see if I can decipher this right. It feels like you're trying to make a decision. That's what I see. The 2 of Swords where she's blindfolded, and it's like you're making a decision that you really can't. It's almost like a blind decision. I mean, that's what the 2 of Swords is. It's like making a blind decision. Making a leap of faith. But with the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, things are going to be turning into your favor here. I feel like, pile 1, I just really feel like you've been going through a lot. I feel like you've locked yourself inside a mental prison. I feel like you've been running. Spirit says, your higher self is saying, you know what? Despite everything that you've been going through, it's going to be turned around for the good. And that's silly because I've been sharing that on Facebook all day. From this point forward, everything that has transpired in your life, everything that all the scenarios, Spirit's trying to say, your guides are trying to say, try to focus your thoughts on how everything that you've been through is going to work out for the good. And in a way, Spirit is saying all of those things have been in, I don't know why they said a karma bank. I got a karma bank. All of the things that have happened to you this entire life and past lives as well has been put into a karma bank. Nothing is going to be missed. All of the hurt that has ever been caused you or that you've felt in your heart is going to be repaid tenfold. Another message that's coming through here is for someone, don't be afraid to be new at something. Don't be afraid to start something new, okay? Don't be afraid to suck at something. I don't know who needs to hear that. Spirit is saying there's a lot of fear. I feel like there's a lot of fear because you don't know what's going to happen. But your higher self is really trying to get you to understand that it's only going to happen for your greatest good. Any pain that you felt is in a karma bank, and it's going to be paid back tenfold. You're going to feel satisfied. You're going to feel understood. You're going to feel heard. Okay? I feel like some of you have been putting yourself in a mental prison or putting your emotions in a prison. Right? Like you're afraid to feel. And so you've just kind of been putting it off and kind of hoping that it would go away, but it doesn't. And the Wheel of Fortune it's all about karma. The Wheel of Fortune is about good fortune coming towards you. It's about paying karmic debts off. And when the Wheel of Fortune's coming out, I mean, it has the Chariot. I don't know if you've seen the Wheel of Fortune on the Rider White deck. I don't know if it's just the white deck. But anyways, the Chariot is actually on the Wheel of Fortune. All the characters from the Chariot card, right? So that's really a card of movement. That is a card of moving forward. That is a card of You know, almost I'm getting running over everything that's in front of you. Trampling. That's what the word I got. Trampling everything that's negative that's been in your path. All that negative, all the negative thoughts. All the negative thinking, all the negative overthinking, right? All the negative voices that we hear that, you know, unfortunately were put in our heads as a small child. I feel like that karmic debt has been paid. Freedom. I'm getting freedom for you. You know? Let's clarify the Two of Swords here. What decisions are coming up that we need to know about? What guidance can you give us about the Two of Swords? What guidance can you give us about the Two of Swords? What guidance can you give us? Okay, so I got the Four of Cups, which is really just being dissatisfied with what's being offered. So I feel like you're just not happy. You're not happy. But instead of thinking, oh, okay, instead of thinking you don't have options, your higher self is trying to say that you do. Try to see that the options that you do have. Clarify the Two of Swords. Sometimes we are in such a mental prison that we can't see. The Page of Cups came out. We can't see past what's in our mind. We can't see past what we've been through. We can't be past the hardships. We have a lack mentality. We've been programmed or conditioned to just accept things as they are and go along. But what your guides and your higher self are trying to tell you is to reach for that happiness. You know, with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, we're destined for greatness. Pile 1, the lack mentality is basically a prison for your mind to keep you stuck in a state of perpetual fear, a state of perpetual anger, frustration, resentment. Resentment is the #1 offender for alcoholics to go back and drink again. Did you know that? It is. And what I've been doing is basically a 4-step where I'm writing down my resentments and I'm putting them on paper and I'm looking at it. And when you're doing a 4-step, you know, I have a 12-step background. So when you're doing a 12-step, when you're looking at the 4-step and you're writing down the resentments and everything, that anyone that's caused you harm or anybody that, you know, you have any feelings for, whether it's good or positive or negative, excuse me. Most of it's negative, of course. So we're looking at it and trying to figure out, you know, exactly who we're angry with and what it affects, right? And then the last step, which is step 5, is to look at your part to play. What is my part to play in the resentments that I have? And what your higher self is trying to say is you need to take responsibility for your thoughts. You need to take responsibility for the things, not that you can change the things that have happened to you. None of us can change the negative stuff that's happened to us, okay? But we can move past it. We don't have to let it continue to keep us in a mental state of prison, right? It's just a prison. It's a mental prison. It's a prison for your thoughts. But while you're in this prison of resentment and fear and sadness and depression, because this is exhausting, right? You have the ability to find your way out, and I just saw 14:14 on the clock. You have the ability to break out of your prison, Pile 1. And I feel like if this isn't mental, this is physical. Not that you're in prison and you can get out of prison or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But what I mean is that you think you can't leave. You think you're stuck in your house. But you have options. Pile 1, you have options. All right. Under the deck, I got the Lover's card. So and the star card. Hello. So also, I feel like once you start moving towards this, once you start moving past the negative thoughts, right? The negative back talk that you hear in your mind, right? Once you start ignoring that and listening to your intuition starts getting louder and those thoughts start getting quieter. I'm going to repeat that. Once you start attempting to move past the negative thoughts, they lose their power and your intuition gets louder. So you will finally get to a point where you hear your intuition over your negative self-talk. Now this negative self-talk it's going to be there. I struggle with it, okay? I also have borderline personality disorder, but I struggle with the negative self-talk and the intrusive thoughts. But they start losing power over you once you start trying to look past the negative thought. Okay, so what's on the other side of that negative thought? Move past it. Follow it up with, well, no, okay, so maybe, okay, that's a negative scenario. What if a positive scenario should happen instead? All right, and start taking the reins back. Start taking the control of your thoughts back. Do we have full control of our thoughts all the time, 24/7? No, we do not. We are not perfect. We're human. We have days that we're just, excuse my language, we're fucked up. Okay? But it's okay to have days like that. Just accept that it is what it is and get up and move past it. Okay, I accept that I had a bad day. You know what? Tomorrow's going to be better. The next hour is going to be better. The next minute's going to be better. And once you start taking that power back, you're going to move towards... I got the Lover's card and the Star card. I mean, that's a good omen of I don't know if it's going to be a partnership, because it doesn't have to be love. I mean, it could be a twin flame, it could be a soulmate, it could be a high-level commitment, whether it's in business or in love. Once you start moving past the limiting self-talk, the mental prison that you keep yourself in, you're going to move into more of an energy of feeling fulfilled. What you're going to do is you're getting rid of the negative to make room for the positive. And you do that by taking control of your thoughts, by following it up with different positive scenarios. All right? So, for example, I'm late today. I'm going to get fired as soon as I show up to work instead. Okay, all right. Yes, that could definitely be one scenario. But another scenario is that your boss understands that we have days where we're late. It's not something that is always happening, right? So, I mean, we have those people too, no offense, but hey, get your shit together, right? But for the rest of us who are absolutely terrified, well, not really terrified, but I have anxiety, and I'm like usually, I'm at work like a half an hour ahead of time, if not more, every single day, because I'm always like, well, what if I'm late, you know? And so I just can't be late. So, but those of us, well, it happens. Oversleeping happens. If you happen to be late for a class, it happens. Okay? Don't beat yourself up for it. That doesn't mean that you're going to fail the class. That doesn't mean they're going to kick you out. That doesn't mean you're going to get fired. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that you're late a day. So you're going to take that negative thought, that negative scenario, and you're going to say, I'm just going to walk in, and they're going to be understanding. They're going to understand that I was late, I had a bad morning, whatever, I had to stop and get gas later, I had a flat tire, whatever the case. This is just one scenario out of many. I feel like things are turning around in your favor, pile one. And your negative thoughts are not going to stop the good that's coming in. But it does keep you not happy. It keeps you not happy. But if we take that negative scenario and turn it around to a positive, then it kind of gives us a glimmer of, you know what, it is going to be okay. You know? Yeah, I mean, and your number was 33 also. So if the number 33 resonates for you, or the number 6, you know, it did have finances increase on here, on your main card that you chose. I saw 2002, which is awesome. So, numbers. You guys are seeing number synchronicities as well. Keep focusing on that stuff, you guys. Focus on the good. Yes, we all have shitty days and we have shitty moments. It doesn't have to ruin our entire life. All right? Try to look for the good. All right? Things are going to turn around. And I hope this resonated for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So this is your pile if you chose the Aquamarine and the Seeds Planted card. Welcome to your reading. And today I'm just getting messages from your higher self, your spirit team, and anything that needs to come through from your guides. Let's see, I had a bunch of fallout here. And I'm going to go ahead and take them. All right. Give me just a second. So we had the Moon card. The 8 of Swords. The 7 of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and then on my guides wanted me to put these other 4 cards in a separate pile, or in a separate formation. I don't know how to say it. They're just separate from the other cards. I'll just put it that way. And the final 4 are the Lover's card, the Chariot, the Emperor, and the 4 of Wands. And the Devil card's on the bottom. So let's see what comes through for pile 2 from your higher self, from your guides, from Source. What needs to come through? I feel like there's a lot of, especially with the Moon card that came out first, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you don't know about. I don't know who needs to hear this, but when you're trying to Source, let's just say, is trying to line up everybody so that they're in their, gosh, what am I trying to say? It's so hard to decipher this one. So for those of us, divine timing is coming up big time. Okay? And you guys might need to do an energy clearing and balance your chakras, because I'm having to burp, and so that just means I'm clearing for energy for you. Source has been trying to line things up behind the scenes for you. People, places, things need to be in alignment just right for divine timing. All right? There are no coincidences. There's no mistakes. And every single thing that happens is happening for a reason. If it seems to be a negative experience, then more than likely it is due to us not paying attention. Okay? A lot of times Source has to use accidents and what people would consider a negative, right? To get your attention, like getting arrested, having to go to court, breakups. But your higher self is trying to say that things are lining up exactly the way they are meant to. I mean, I got what people would consider negative cards, which would be the 8 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the 9 of Swords. And even the 5 of Pentacles, which is a lack mentality. I talked about that a little bit in pile 1, but there's a lot. Okay. The things that you have gone through do not define you. I don't know who needs to hear that. The things you have experienced in this life do not have to define who you are. A lot of the experiences that we have felt have been negative have happened I hate to say for a reason, all right? It's more than likely because you have a soul contract to do so. And if you don't know what a soul contract is what you, as your higher self, creates before coming in this life, because we all come in with a plan of lessons that we need to go through, that we need to learn, experiences that we need to go through so that we can be basically a better individual, a better being of light, a higher vibrational being of light. Life is about leveling up, all right? We've been hijacked, yes, but we can take our life back, okay? This reading is about taking your life back. What's coming across is basically overcoming the devil card, see? The devil card is the overall energy here, but it could be overthinking, addictions, negative attachments. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you don't have positive attachments and you're not asking for positive attachments every day, then more than likely you have a negative attachment somewhere. Especially if you're not putting up protection. You can put up protection by simply lighting an incense, burning a candle, or just simply asking your angels or your guides to take care of it for you. There's some really heavy, dense energy here too. I feel like once you overcome the devil, though, underneath that was the Six of Wands, which is a victory card, right? And then underneath that was the Ace of Cups. So there's some really positive energy if you overcome that energy, that devil energy here. Spirit wants you to know that despite the divine timing, which you seem to be powerless to, your higher self source wants you to know that it's basically something that you've signed up for before coming here. It's part of your soul contracts to do so. This is something that your soul wanted to do before coming into this life. And we've been off track. And that's why we experience life checks and negative experiences, because we go off track. And that is a way of spirit trying to guide us back onto the path that we're meant to be on, if that makes sense. We were not meant to stay in the negativity. We were not meant to stay and perpetuate that narcissistic energy that we grew up with, or we had to deal with from a teacher or a boss or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, right? We're not here to perpetuate that negativity. We're actually here to transmute it and overcome it, not let it rule us. We don't want the negativity to be a part of who we are. Right? I feel like this is your soul calling you to get back on track. Like, yes, we're having negative experiences. Yes, we are. Because we're not listening. We are experiencing negative experiences, being pulled over, having tickets, having to go to court, being arrested, boyfriends breaking up with us, or girlfriends, vice versa, divorces, separation, right? We're not listening. But all of the things that are happening is not a coincidence. It is divine timing. What you're experiencing is I used to go to church. So, if you do go to church, then this is something like, it would be an equivalent to God chastising us or testing us, right? It would be an equivalent to God testing us. No, It's not about God testing us. It's about God showing us that we're probably on the wrong path and we need to straighten our act. If we don't straighten our act up, then we're going to have negative consequences. The negative consequences are a direct reaction to our behavior. That's what happens. That's what happens when we're not listening. Pile 2, I feel like you're extremely powerful. You have a light in you. You have no idea how powerful you are yet. You're just beginning your experience. And if you have been on your experience, your light is about to explode. In a good way. In a good way. In a very good way. In a very good way. So let's move past those cards. I'm going to move into the last 4 cards that came out that the Spirit wanted me to separate them from the rest, okay? And those 4 cards were the Lovers, the Chariot, the Emperor, and the 4 of Wands. So this might be a message for Divine Feminines. And I say that because the Emperor is here. So that generally is the Divine Masculine coming through, okay? And you can vice versa. It doesn't matter the gender. Genders don't matter, okay? This is just energy. And everybody has this energy. It is a universal law, the law of gender. Okay. So the Lovers coming out. This could be a divine union. And I'm going to just go ahead and say it. The twin flame journey. This is the masculine coming through. It looks like the more negative experiences that we transmute, the higher. What are you trying to say, Spirit? The darker the transmutation, the higher the light we can carry in our body, okay? So as we're transmuting the negative experiences that we've had, feeling our feelings about them, dealing with our stuff, right? We're not stuffing our feelings, right? No, we're not stuffing our feelings. Stuffing our feelings is not healing. You must feel to heal, okay? I have a video on that, Feel to Heal. Go look it up. But you're transmuting all of that negativity, or you have already, or you're going to in the future, because this is quantum, right? My messages are quantum. So this is something that you could have experienced, or something that you're going to experience, or something that you're experiencing right now. All right? But what's to come is so much better than you could ever expected. And I feel like the masculine's going to be reaching out, because the Chariot card's here, the Emperor. I mean, it's almost like an order. It's like you find out you have a divine connection, right? You find out that you have a higher vibe connection, or a 5D connection with another person, and that person's on this planet right now. Like, I'm on a twin flame journey, but it's very complicated for myself, so I don't usually tap into mine at all. But there's just things that have to happen to line things up. I heard a siren, so hopefully everyone's all right out there. But the negative experience they're pushing you towards a different path. You're veering off the path that you created for yourself when you came in here, right? So the end result of getting back on track, whatever that might look like for you, is happy, joyous, and free with your person. It's going to take some work. I mean, you have to work on yourself. This path of enlightenment is not for the weak. Okay? Let me see here. I really don't think I need to clarify anything. It's just pretty blatant. And I forgot to read your card. The card you chose was the number 38, which is also 11, or the number 2. And it's seeds planted. Anchor in your star codes. So everything that you do in your life you were meant to do. There are no mistakes. There's no coincidences. Only divine timing. All right? I hope this helps, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. This is your pile if you chose the rose quartz crystal and the number 12, infinite paths card. Your card says options, time travel, quantum, freedom to choose. So let's get started on your reading. What does your higher self want you to know? What does your higher self want you to know? Messages from your higher self, your team, source. I might have to let my dogs in if they keep barking. Sorry. Whoa, that was like half the deck. I'm not keeping up. 1 second. Messages for pile 3's higher self. I feel like the cards don't want to come out for your pile. So maybe you're having a hard time speaking up. Okay, let me see how many cards are here. A 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck here. Let's see what's going on. So we have the 6 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Hermit, the 8 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, pile 3, with the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, I'm going to say you're walking away from something. You are walking away from something. You could be walking away from, I mean, with both cards here, it really looks like you're walking away from a relationship. But it's definitely something that you're walking away from what doesn't serve you. You're definitely walking away from something that does not serve you anymore. Pile 3. Let me go bring my dogs in 1 second. Sorry for the interruption. And I also feel like maybe you are getting distracted. You're getting interrupted. You try to work on your path. You try to work on your purpose, you know, doing things to work on yourself, whether it's self-healing, reading, resting, rejuvenation. I feel like you keep getting interrupted. Yeah. I can relate to that 100%. I really do. But I definitely see you walking away. You're going to walk away and you're going to take a period of rest and rejuvenation. That's what it is, huh? With the Knight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, this is just something that has been worked. It's like Spirit has been working on this. Your higher self has been trying to get you. It's just been a slow moving energy with the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like this is something that you feel like you feel like you've been in this energy forever. You feel like it's not changing. You feel stagnant. Whether it's something that you're dealing with like a narcissist, or if you're dealing with abuse, I feel like some of you are in therapy. Some of you are in therapy. You've definitely been seeking help. Your higher self wants you to know that there is help out there. There are options. You're not stuck. Pile 2 might help you too, because Pile 2 dealt with a lot of limiting beliefs and negative thoughts, negative self-talk, and that type of thing. So I don't know if that resonates to check Pile 2 as well. Because I feel like as you have been believing the lie as well. You've been believing the lie that nothing's going to change. You've been believing the lie that you don't have options. You've been believing the lie. You've been in a mental prison. A mental prison is something that you have control over. So whether it's some limiting beliefs and patterns that we have perpetuated in our adult life that we got from our family when we were children, now is the time for those things to come to light. This is something you need to, what are they trying to say? This is also very quantum. So this is something that you can have gone through, could be going through in the future. It could be a probability in your future, or it's something that you are going through currently. Okay? No matter when you see this message. So, but I feel like with the Queen of Wands, your higher self is trying to tell you that you are the powerful one here. If you feel like a side character or co-star in your universe, you need to try to switch your perception to where you are the main character. You're the main character. This is your life. This isn't your parents' life. This isn't your partner's life, right? This is your life. This is your life. These are your emotions. I feel like you feel emotionally unsatisfied. You feel unfulfilled. You're not happy with the way things are going, and that's why we got the 6 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. Because you're definitely either wanting to or you have left a situation that was unfulfilling, unsatisfying, or you're going to it, or you're going through it now. And I really feel this is really a lot of the collective is going through this, okay? Because this is kind of the energy for all, slightly for all 3 piles, right? Yeah, I mean, your card, it says that. Options, time travel, quantum. Freedom to choose. Pile 3. You have choices. You do not have to feel stuck. If you want to go to school, you can do that. Here in the United States, you fill out a FAFSA and you apply to the school that you want to go to. So if you want help with that, I can help with that. I've done many FAFSAs, okay? I'm serious. I'm more than happy. There's people out here that will help you. Get a FAFSA. Get your paperwork done so that you can go to school. Or help you write a resume. Maybe you need help writing a resume. Reach out. People like me will help you with that stuff. I would love to help you write a resume. You know, you have to email me at my Proton email though. Okay? I mean, I'm willing to help you. People are here to help you. So I don't know who needs to hear that. There's help for you if you don't know how to fill out a FAFSA. There's help for you if you feel like you don't know how to write a resume or you're not sure how to fill out an application because you're not from here. You know, I'm in the United States, so if you're not from here, you need help with that, any of that, we have help here for that. All right? You don't need to feel stuck. And if this isn't a relationship that you're stuck in, maybe this is a living situation. You live with family, you live with parents, you live with grandparents. Maybe you had to leave your significant other and go back to living with your parents and you're just sick of it. I understand. I relate. I got 44 on the freaking clock right now. So yeah, you guys, Yeah. You are the Queen of Wands, and I don't care if you're a sir or a miss, I don't care. Queen of Wands energy is fire. Queen of Wands energy is confident. You're putting yourself out there. You don't care about people's opinions. You're going to do it anyway. You're going to make it happen. And this is a perfect example of fake it till you make it. So if you don't feel like the Queen of Wands, fake it. Act like it. Temporarily. You know, I've had to do that. As an INFJ, I am an introvert. I would much rather just sit in my shell. But sometimes I have to push myself. And so what I do is I kind of I create a persona or a personality. But see, I have BPD, so I don't know if I don't know if it's normal or what. But you can literally create or act like an actor, right? You can act like an actor. So act like the Queen of Wands. Put yourself out there. Fill out the application. All right. Join the group. Say yes. I don't know who needs to hear that. But with the Knight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, this has been very slow-moving energy, okay? But I feel like it's picking up. I feel like it's picking up. Let's see. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? What's causing it to... I got the World. What's causing the slow-moving energy? Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Divine timing. It won't even give me another card. It's just giving me the World. It's a divine timing. Okay. So you're stuck in a mental prison temporarily because the Wheel of Fortune's here to make that your whole life's going to change right now. Your whole world is about to change. I don't know who needs to hear that. You're going to have everything that you need to do whatever it is on your path. If you're guided to do so, you will be supported. I'm going to say that again. If you are guided to do so, you will be supported. Okay? Sometimes you do have to put yourself out there and ask, though. Okay? If you don't ask, people don't know that you need help. If that makes sense. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you guys. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you in the next reading.